The Power Rangers reboot could be a hoax, and I'm going to explain it to you in this video, as we have possibly lost something we love and still don't know it. The reboot is supposed to change those things that don't work and do different things to try a new concept. There are things that obviously need to change, but there are things that can't change, because if they change those things then we would have something that is not Power Rangers. One thing that must change is the audience that the Power Rangers have been targeting for 30 years, since now it's the adults that really hold the franchise together. In doing this, then it must change the visual concept, the style of the image, and the seriousness of the story. These are things that must change, as they are the things that are not working, but there are other things that can't change because it would destroy the essence of Power Rangers. First, we must define what the essence of this franchise is, which are things that make us recognize the Power Rangers, and basically, it's the spirit of everything. The first thing is the costumes, including the helmet and all the design that each team has. Every season of the Power Rangers had a different design, but for some reason we can always recognize who the Power Rangers are even though we've never seen a season. Very few people have seen all the seasons, and very few fans can recognize all the teams in the franchise. However, we can always recognize a Power Ranger even if we have never seen them before. This is due to the style of the costumes, since the Sentai has always had a very defined style, and even if the designs change, that style is always present. This is basically what happened in the 2017 movie. They changed that style that defines the Power Rangers, and because of this, many did not like this change. We must say that those costumes were cool, but not for a Power Rangers movie, since they didn't look like Rangers, they looked like galactic warriors. Another thing that is essential in the Power Rangers are the Zords, and we have already made a video about it. The Zords are a big deal, and we all look forward to the battle with these giant machines. There is a rumor that supposedly they are not going to use many battle scenes with the Zords, and this could be a big mistake. We know that this is going to save them a lot of money, since they don't have to create all those scenes, which they can do in CGI or film professionals using the robot suits. Unfortunately, this is an investment they must make, since it is a fundamental part of the Power Rangers, and all the fans are waiting for that moment. In addition to this, the design of those Zords is important, as this also affected the 2017 film. The CGI of these Zords looked impressive, but unfortunately the design was not very good, as we could not understand the shape of each robot very well. The next essential thing to mention is the battle sequences, and we usually see this when the Rangers are going to use multiple weapons together. These sequences can happen at any time, since something important about the Rangers is that they can always combine their weapons to create a super powerful giant weapon. This is something we have seen in every season, and was something that was heavily criticized in the 30th anniversary special episode. In this special, the producers decided not to use the combined weapons, as that was too much of an expense and took too much time. Despite this, some fans said that only this sequence was missing to make the special episode perfect. This is because it is very important for any Power Rangers fan that these battle sequences appear, as they give us a super epic moment, and it is a different way to destroy a very powerful villain. In addition to this, we get to see the possibility that Rangers from different teams can unite and create a unique weapon, as we saw when Jason destroyed Golder together with several Ranger teams. Another essential thing in this franchise is the transformations, and all fans are eagerly awaiting this special moment. They even want to know what style each transformation is going to have, since each team has a different style. This is something that has always been very important in the franchise, and if this disappears in the reboot, it could be a negative point for the new Power Rangers universe. I would even go so far in saying that if they don't include the transformation, then they would cease to be the Power Rangers, as it is one of the things that makes these superheroes different from all the other heroes out there. The last essential thing we should mention is that every Ranger must be worthy of their power, as this makes the Ranger power special and not just anyone can have it. We also saw this in the special episode, as Trini's daughter could not get her powers until she deserved it. Deserving the power doesn't mean you are better than other people, it means you want to have the power for the right reasons. That keeps the power from falling into the wrong hands and makes us feel that the Morphin grid has life because it knows how to choose people. The Morphin grid is also part of the essence, and the whole Power Rangers universe is based on this awesome power. What they can do with the grid is to use it a little more, give more explanations to understand it better, and expand its uses as they did in the comics. They don't have to repeat the same stories, and they don't have to use the same characters. They just must keep using these essential things as part of the new universe so that the Power Rangers won't disappear. If they remove these essential things, then the reboot is basically a hoax, and they would be using the Power Rangers name as a disguise to use the fame of the franchise. You must remember that the Power Rangers have been around for 30 years, and in all that time they have gained a huge fan base, so anything that uses the franchise name, then they will easily get visibility. If they remove these things we mentioned, then what they will be doing is another concept altogether, and honestly it would have been better if they had used another name, so they would not have destroyed what Power Rangers has achieved for so many years. What we as fans are hoping for in this reboot is that we get to see some powerful new Rangers, with awesome costumes, but at the same time not losing the style of a Ranger. We also want to see spectacular Zords, that look like powerful machines, but at the same time we can understand what each Zord represents and that it's not just a weird space robot. We also want to see deep stories, but at the same time include things that are part of the Power Rangers, like the Morphin Grid, Morphin Masters, and the multiverse travel. Fans want to see the battle sequences that always unite several weapons to create a super powerful weapon, but at the same time brings together many Rangers from different teams. All of this is what we want to see, but that also includes a serious, dark, action-packed style, and a story with deep drama. Write in the comments any other essential things that should not be removed in the reboot. Like this video and subscribe to be ready for the Power Rangers reboot.